We will now call the Common Council meeting of June 18th, 2024 to order. Roll call.
Alderman Kirkowski is excused. Alderman Lorik.
Here.
Alderman Ritz.
Here.
Alderwoman Marshall is excused. Alderman Gale.
Aye. Oh,
Alderman Guzekowski.
Here. I'm here.
Would all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Aye. Thank you.
Ryan, you want to start us out? Approval of minutes of June the 4th, 2024. I'll give you all a moment to take a look. Make sure there's no discussion, errors, omissions, corrections.
I was not here that night, so I'd prefer to.
1, 2, 3. Okay, we will need a motion to hold as we do not meet the quorum for that.
Clerk moves to hold the approval of the minutes of June 4th, 2024 to the next meeting of the Common Council.
Ritzel, second.
Roll call.
Alderman Lorik.
Aye.
Ritz.
Aye.
Marshall. Gale.
Sorry, I had a question for Melissa. Anything critical needs to be published, Melissa, in those minutes? Because we don't have a meeting now until mid-July.
Yeah.
All right. Gale, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Okay. Under item 4 is recognition. It's consideration of a resolution to Steve York, our retiring police sergeant. Catherine, would you please read that into record?
Certainly. Resolution of appreciation to Stephen M. York. Whereas Stephen M. York began his employment with the City of Oak Creek on August 14, 1995, as a full-time police officer. And whereas during his 28 years and 10 months of service, Stephen M. York has been an integral part of the police department, serving as a patrol officer early in his career, rising to the rank of sergeant on March 15, 2010. And whereas Stephen M. York has been a valuable employee during his years of dedicated service with the Oak Creek Police Department, always striving to enhance the quality of life for the citizens of the city, and has been a great teammate for those he has worked with and his dedication to the department. And whereas Stephen M. York received 20 combined departmental acknowledgments and awards, most notably are the Distinguished Service Cross from his actions with the kidnapping and possible active shooter incident in 2021, where his actions with his teammates saved lives, and countless others from a violent offender, and the Life-Saving Award in 2007 for his actions in saving a suicidal man who was on the railroad tracks with a train approaching him. And whereas Stephen M. York served with honor, passion, and dedication on several subunits of the Oak Creek Police Department, notably the Emergency Response Unit, K-9 Unit, Property Room, and Bike Unit. Through Stephen M. York's tenacity and dedication, the Oak Creek Police Department is more prepared, capable, and ready to serve the citizens of Oak Creek. And whereas for 14 years, Stephen M. York served as a member of the Emergency Response Unit, serving as a chemical munitions expert and achieving the rank of Master Operator. And whereas during Stephen M. York's career, he became a K-9 handler to K-9 Ringo from 1997 through 2005, they were recognized for their work by the Oak Creek Police Department and by surrounding police and fire departments. Furthermore, this K-9 team won 1 gold medal and 1 silver medal at the 1997 Police and Fire Games. And whereas Stephen M. York served on several committees to include the Awards Committee and City Safety Committee, as well as coordinating biohazards incidents at the police department. And whereas Stephen M. York is retiring from the Oak Creek Police Department after completing over 28 years and 10 months of full-time service to the City of Oak Creek. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Common Council of the City of Oak Creek for and on behalf of the citizens of the City of Oak Creek, that sincere gratitude and appreciation be extended to Stephen M. York for his years of professional, dedicated, and faithful service to the City of Oak Creek and the Police Department, and that the best wishes for good health and happiness be extended to Stephen M. York and his family for future years. Be it further resolved that this resolution be spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that the city clerk is hereby directed to transmit a suitable copy thereof to Stephen M. York passed and adopted this 18th day of June, 2024.
Thank you, Catherine. This time I'll ask Chief Stecker to come up, please.
Chief Stecker, Oak Creek Police Department. Good evening. Wanted to say a little bit more about Steve. Steve's been one of those people that has been a solid contributor over the last nearly 29 years. And as I've been up here several times already this year, this is our 5th retirement and hopefully our final one this year. But the culmination of about 150 years of experience now that we've seen walk out the door this year, that's a huge overturning. And as you all know, the large hiring that we've had, so we have a fairly young and inexperienced agency, but people like Steve have put a lot of things in motion through his time on his different units and committees to make sure that we have things better prepared today and procedures in place. And especially one of those things that Steve's been involved with was the K-9 unit over the years and being a supervisor of the K-9 unit and seeing that unit itself get better and better every year with the different handlers come through. And Steve's been a part of that progress that we constantly look towards. And I wish Steve the best in retirement. I know he's going to enjoy it. I know he's got a lot of hunting planned to do, which I'm sure he'll enjoy. But if any of you have ever seen Steve or known Steve, he's one of those quiet guys. He just wants to retire and move on. He's not looking for any pomp and circumstance, so he's also asked to not have a ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Anybody want to say anything on Sergeant Steve York's behalf?
Congrats and well wishes.
Well said. Just real quickly, the first Citizens Academy we had, seems like a lot of years ago. Steve was part of that, and I got to meet him there. We were both much younger at the time, but he was a canine handler, and he came out with Ringo, and I got a first-hand demonstration on how those dogs work. It was very interesting. He handled the dog great. Didn't befall any harm, but it's just amazing what they can do with it. And I did not realize that they did win the awards in the Olympics, and I didn't even realize they had Olympics for those things. But it is a great challenge, and it's a great testament to what Steve does. As the chief said, he is a very quiet, unassuming guy. Oak Creek's going to miss him. They say you never notice what somebody does until they're gone. He'll leave a hole in the department, but he will not be forgotten. So with that, on behalf of the Common Council, citizens of Oak Creek, and myself, I want to wish Steve a long and happy retirement and thank him for all his years of service to the city of Oak Creek. With that, can we get a motion?
You'll move to approve resolution 12505-061824 for resolution of appreciation to Stephen M. York, retiring police sergeant.
Guzekowski, second.
Roll call.
Alderman Ritz.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
Under item 5 is new business, and it's consideration of a motion to reject the bids for South Shepherd Avenue Water Relay Project constructions. With us is Brian Johnston from the Water Department. Welcome, Brian.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. So we were looking to reject the one bid that we received for the Shepherd Avenue Water Relay Project. This is to relay about 1,300 feet of 12-inch cast and ductile iron from Groveland down to Pete's Road on Shepherd. Can't explain why we got only one bid. My thought is because of the time frame, that it's a pretty tight window trying to get this done between the 4th of July and before school starts. And contractors are busy with other things. Putting a little extra money in it to accommodate that time frame. So we had estimated this project at $520,000, and bid came in at $843,000. So a lot more than we're looking to jump onto right now. We look at rebidding this early next year, so probably January, February next year. Get it out ahead of time and see if we can get it done next summer.
Okay. Questions for Brian? Okay. If there's no further discussion, motion on 5.
Fritz will move to reject the bid for South Shepherd Avenue Water Relay Project construction project number 24115.
Lork seconds.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
Ritz.
Aye.
And item 6 is consideration of a motion to reject the bids for the water valve rehabilitation project. Once again, Brian.
So this is a unique project that we had going out. We have, in total, there's 51 valves that we have issues with currently. Most of these they're leaking, so the bolts that hold the valve together are corroding and it's coming apart, so it leaks, or the packing gasket leaks. So the parts to replace these is like $50, bolts and a gasket. But the time and money comes in excavating down, restoration, new asphalt, and then mobilizing, bouncing all over the city to 51 locations. We'd estimated at $10,000 a valve and thought that was crazy. They came in at about $17,000 a valve. So we'll go back to, we'll have our staff do this work as time allows. It's just timing and trying to get out there. We're trying to get a jump on them, get these things cleaned up, but we'll add it to our list of things to do. So, reject both bids that we received on this.
Right, and is there a way that your folks have identified the critical ones, or is it just prioritization in this?
Yeah, there's a wide variety of valves that are out there. Several of these are hydrant valves. That's a low priority. The big butterfly valves that are on Putes, those are a big priority for us, so we can shut down the big 24-inch transmission main. So, yes, there is a priority list on where we need to get them and how we need to get in to get them done. There's one that's in the state right away, another one's in the county right away, so permitting through those agencies to get that work done as well.
These galvanized bolts or like stainless steel or?
They're all galvanized bolts that, in the 90s, that's what we put in because that's what came with the valve. Now we put in all stainless steel bolts, so mitigate that problem.
We could have helped you back in the day, huh?
Could have, yeah.
Okay, any further discussions, questions? Okay, seeing none, motion.
Fritz will move to reject the bids for the water valve rehabilitation project number 24116.
Lork seconds.
Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Fritz.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
And item 7 is under engineering, and it's consideration of a resolution approving the 1834 East Oakwood Road Development Agreement with 999 Oakwood LLC for the design and construction of public improvements for the single-family residential parcel located at 1834 East Oakwood Road. Matt?
Thank you, Mayor. Matt Sullivan, Assistant City Administrator and City Engineer. Before you is that resolution to adopt for the development agreement. This is one single-family home development. This is development agreement for extension of sanitary sewer. Sanitary sewer at this point ends on their westerly property line, and we're looking to extend that through their property line to the eastern one. Pretty standard practice for us, but that is all that this development agreement covers. It is very simple and straightforward. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Matt concerning 1834 East Oakwood? Okay, seeing none, motion.
Fritz will move to adopt resolution number 12507-061824, approving the 1834 East Oakwood Road Development Agreement with 999 Oakwood LLC for the design and construction of public improvements for the single-family residential parcel located at 1834 East Oakwood Road, tax key number 921-9037-000, project number 24052.
Lork seconds.
Roll call.
Alderman Lorik.
Aye.
Fritz.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
And item 8 is consideration of a motion to authorize the engineering department to enter into a contract for professional services not to exceed $126,160 between the City of Oak Creek and Midwest Prairies LLC for the North Lake Bluff Native Vegetation Management. Holy cow, it's a mouthful. There you go, Matt, take that one.
Thank you, Mayor. So this project is very specific to our bluff stabilization. We do have funding from MMSD through the Green Solutions. One of the requirements there is the management of the native plantings for the future, and that is a 10-year thing that we have to basically manage and follow through on. This will basically cover the first 3 years. What this does is really establish that native plantings. It's very important in the first 3 years that we're mowing it properly. We're doing a spot herbicide treatment, some overseeding, controlled burns. The reason that the expense on this is, one, it's 7.3 acres on a bluff. Imagine mowing on a 3 to 1 slope. It's very challenging. It's very specific. In fact, we did advertise this twice. This was the only one we received on the second advertisement. It took us over a month to establish just this contract. We do have consultants on board that are going to document the process as they do the vegetation management. So that's already under contract. So I'd be happy to answer any questions in regards to this request.
Questions for Matt? No, nothing. My only comment is, I do agree, Matt. We get one chance to get this right. Topographically speaking, it's very challenging. And if we do this right, the native plants will take care of themselves going forward. So I think it's actually a pretty good buy for 3 years. There's no further discussion. Motion.
Bill move to authorize the engineering department to enter into a contract for professional services not to exceed $126,160 between City of Oak Creek and Midwest Prairies LLC for the North Lakefront Bluff Native Vegetation Management.
Guzekowski, second.
Roll call.
Alderman Ritz.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Item 9 is consideration of a motion to award the police department parking lot rehabilitation construction unit price contract to the lowest responsible bidder, Welcome Excavating and Grading, Inc., at an estimated cost of $431,697.10. Matt.
Thank you, Mayor. Once again, this is a motion to award the contract to Wilcom Excavating. This is for the construction of the parking lot or rehabilitation for the parking lot under the Green Solutions program through MMSD. We're asking to put in permeable asphalt in order to, one, take advantage of the funding, two, to take care of a situation that the police department has been looking forward to take care of for a while, which is basically failing pavement. This will take care of the front portion, basically the first 4 stalls of parking, and then the entry into one of the bays going into the building. The project actually came under about $100,000, so we may be adding some to it. If not, we do have another project that we're looking to do next year, already under design for the remainder of their parking lot through the same program. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions, comments for Matt? Matt, this is great that we once again partnered with MMSD. The city's been really successful. We're actually, out of the entire Milwaukee County, we're one of the more successful communities partnering with MMSD on Green Solutions to capture rainwater and put it through the system. So this is great. Saves taxpayers money and improves the environment. So, good work. No further discussion? Motion.
Bill move to award the police parking lot rehabilitation construction unit price contract to the lowest responsive bidder, Welcome Excavating and Grading, Inc., at the estimated cost of $431,697.10.
Guzekowski, second.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Ritz.
Aye.
And item 10 is consideration of an ordinance creating in the municipal code prohibited parking on heavy highway routes. Matt?
Thank you, Mayor. This has been a topic for a number of years. Probably approximately about 5 years, we've been seeing an increase in truck traffic throughout the city. This is primarily due to the e-commerce surge, I guess, per se, everyone would like to blame it on the pandemic, but I think this is just a natural thing that is occurring through the world. Technology is a great solution, but it also does come with some challenges, which is the trucking part of it. So as e-commerce seems to advance, trucking is needed to move that product. A lot of them are private drivers, which they have residencies, whether it be in the apartments or other areas, and they do not have solutions for their parking. They're using our heavy traffic routes right now just to park overnight, park other vehicles there. It's become kind of a, I would say, an eyesore. It's been a challenge for PD to ticket in certain areas based on some of our past practices, which has been spot, no parking and other ordinances that are, I wouldn't say unclear, but are more of a challenge to enforce. This helps clean it up. It will give that extra tool for our PD to go ahead and do some enforcement. We know there are challenges facing this as it's a new ordinance and a new parking regulation that will be throughout the heavy traffic routes. We have been working with the PD on methods on getting that notification out. As far as the engineering department, we'd probably be looking at doing a flyer to most of the local businesses in those areas, kind of notifying them. The PD will probably be handling it much like they do the winter regulations, a month or so out probably before the ordinance actually goes into effect, giving them some kind of flyer or something on those parked vehicles, just notifying them and giving them an opportunity to correct and find places to park their vehicles. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions or concerns that you may have.
Thank you. Chief Stecker, would you like to comment?
I can comment on it, or I can answer any questions as well from the police department standpoint. As Matt already outlined, we've discussed this and trying to make sure it's an educational format first. So as soon as this is hopefully approved, we'll work on formatting a notice to them explaining that there's going to be a notice, how long they have until the ordinance takes effect, but start actively working on the educational component of whoever may be in violation, getting a flyer notice on their vehicles, letting them know exactly what's coming forward once this is enforceable. So hand in hand with what Matt's team's gonna do on letting all the businesses know, we'll let the actual drivers know in case they're not associated with a business.
Okay. I guess I do have a question. Will heavy traffic routes include state and county truck routes?
We can't enforce those as far as with our signs or our ordinances. I don't believe. These are mainly within our industrial areas. Forest Hill, you'll notice as you come in, Belcourt, Liberty, and any other industrial parks that we have throughout the area.
Most, if not all of the state and county highways are already posted, no parking, and that's just a blanket to anybody. And we would be checking on anyone that's parked there anyway. That would fall more into a, almost like a welfare check to make sure that they're okay, because that's out of the ordinary and we want to make sure that traffic flow is maintained through those areas.
Thank you for clearing that up for me. Anyone else? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you, guys. Motion on 10.
I'll move to approve ordinance 3103, creating section 10.41 sub A sub 18 of the municipal code prohibiting parking on heavy traffic routes.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Ritz.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Item 11 is License Committee. Who's stepping in for Steve tonight? Jim?
Sure. Included in your packet, item number 11 is a list of license requests for you to review. After you've had a chance to review them, make a motion for approval. No, we haven't had a motion.
Oh, you no motion? Any discussion, questions? Get a motion.
Okay, well, I guess I'll make a motion for my Ritz will motion to approve the various license requests as listed on the June 18th, 24 License Committee report.
Lorik seconds.
Roll call.
Alderman Lorik.
Aye.
Ritz.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
And item 12 is our vendor summary report. And it's consideration of motion to approve the June 12th, 2024 summary in the amount of $1,459,292.04. So you can take a look at what was paid out, and if there's any questions, take the floor and we'll answer appropriately.
No, there's nothing for the July meeting that we won't.
That's 13.
Next item, Jim.
Yeah.
Never mind.
If there's no discussions or questions on the vendor summary report, which is item 12, motion.
I'll move to approve the June 12th, 2024 vendor summary report in the amount of $1,459,292.04.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Ritz,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
And item 13 is consideration of a resolution authorizing the payment of bills, debts, and obligations. Just a little explanation for that as we do vacate that first meeting in July. Business still has to take place here in City Hall, and we have to give those that do the business the permission to carry it on. So that is what this is about. Any questions, concerns? Okay, motion.
Bill moves to approve resolution 12506-061-824, authorizing payment of bills, debts, and obligations.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Lorik,
Aye.
Ritz.
Aye.
Item 14 is consideration of a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute, Section 19.85, to discuss the following. A, 19.85, Sub 1, Sub E, to consider the Second Amendment to the Tax Increment District Number 13 Finance Development Agreement with F Street OCLV LLC. President Gale?
Thank you, Mayor. Gail moves to convene in the closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute, Section 19.85, to discuss the following. A, Section 19.85, Sub 1, Sub E, to consider a Second Amendment to Tax Incremental District Number 13 Finance Development Agreement with F Street OCLV LLC.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski,
Aye.
Lorik,
Aye.
Ritz,
Aye.
Gale.
We will now convene into closed session and resume at its conclusion. We will now consider a motion to reconvene into open session.
Gail moves to reconvene in the open session.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Lorik,
Aye.
Ritz,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
And item 16 is consideration to take any appropriate action if needed.
Thank you, Mayor. Gail will move to approve the Second Amendment to TID Number 13 Finance Development Agreement for Lakeshore Commons.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Ritz,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
And that will bring us to adjournment.
That's a motion to adjourn?
Lorik seconds.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Lorik,
Aye.
Ritz.
Aye.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week.